I'm jamming over here.
Clearly, and I got you on mute. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining another edition of y'all know what it is, Hourtake. Y'all know I am. I am your hostess with the mostest, Farrah, and I always got my homeboy over here, Mr. T Double.
Everywhere, every time. This is where I am, right here. Woo-hoo! Game time Torrance. That's what they call me. Game time Torrance.
Basketball is my favorite sport. Right now it is. The
Right.
football season.
Yeah, right until the tournament over, and then
Oh,
the Lakers in the playoff, and then football is my favorite sport.
you just had to blow it, didn't you? You just had to blow
Oh
it.
wow, it's like that. It's like that. Well,
Hey,
hello to
fam.
she popping from nowhere. Girl,
Hey, she ain't popping from nowhere. She know where she at. She up in the building. What's up, Terrell? I appreciate you joining. Thank you for
What
coming in the building.
what
Gotta
up,
treat you
sis?
better
Hey,
than your brother.
I ain't holler at you in a minute. I mean, my phone still ring though. I'm just saying,
She got
not right
things
now
to
though.
do.
Oh, there's
She
something more
got things
important than her
to
only brother. Her only
do.
brother. What's that? What she got to do? That's all I got to say about that.
Life, anything. But anywho, y'all,
Ooh.
welcome in. If you are over on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and my good old TikTok, I appreciate you guys joining. Really appreciate you tapping in this evening with us. And if you are on replay, I always love replay because you took the time to go back and watch us again or for the first time, whatever way you go. But thank you. Appreciate each and every one of you. I see you bingo over on TikTok, Jolie. Thank you for tapping in. Make sure you guys tap that screen out, follow the host, subscribe wherever the hell you at. Do all that.
Join
Make
the
sure
family.
you can
Come
tap
on
in
in.
and find us again. That's the whole point. Well, got a lot to cover, but TT, I need to know, how has life treated you last couple of days since we was last on?
Woo! You know how life been treating me, boy. I was sitting there watching a little basketball and enjoying myself through and through. So, just enjoying it. What about yourself? How's it been going?
It's been going. It's been going. I'm tired. I mean, because between
Wow.
work, man, work is so ghetto. They like think I'm supposed to work. Like, oh my gosh, that was so crazy. I'm so
Oh my God,
tired.
that's crazy.
I had to put my professional hat back on and get ready, and somebody I work with, her husband was there, and I'm like, now we're talking about sports at work. Okay, now, everybody went to the damn tournament. So we're going to get into it. Thank you, Cassandra, my newfound Final Four friend. Well, Elite Eight. I met her over at the Elite Eight game on, what was that? Sunday we went. So thank you for tapping in. I appreciate you. I met a host of great people up in the building. And a lot of them may be tapping in. And I appreciate you from all scattered across the United States. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. But other than that, man, I just been working and trying to make it on through. Oh, she said favorite brother.
I'm the only brother. I'm the
I don't mean
least
you're the
favorite too.
favorite. That
I'm
does
the
not
least
mean you gotta
favorite
be the
also. That's what
favorite.
that means. Okay, I'm the favorite and the least favorite. I'm everything.
Oh yeah, whatever.
My God.
But I appreciate you, Cassandra. I had to give you that shout out. Yeah, you shining. Ain't no hair up there.
That boy
We a
is
little
looking
crazy over here, so don't mind us. Just tap in.
good. Mind me.
We
Don't
listen,
mind
we
her.
don't judge.
Oh, yes, she
We
does.
listen, we don't judge.
Oh,
What's
she
up,
does
this
all the
guy?
time.
I
So,
appreciate everybody jumping in. So definitely, guys, we're gonna get right on into it. We got some stuff to cover. We got, of course, NCAA March Madness. Everybody had their Elite Eight this weekend, and you know what? We're only gonna give a little homage to the men because they don't play the Saturday. And we gotta go live again Saturday morning, so y'all might as well tap in and we'll do it again. But on the men's side. But we're gonna give them a little respect. Then we're gonna go holler at our women. And then we'll give that little sprinkle we've been giving to the NBA until March Madness is over. And then we'll get y'all out of here and let you curl up and go to bed, get that beauty sleep. Appreciate you. And yes, I am battling this week. I'll be battling on Thursday at 7 p.m. Jolie. Yeah, I like battling over on TikTok. That's a whole nother rant for all you people who ain't on TikTok. But don't worry about it. It's lucrative. Shoot. Don't worry about it. Don't hate. But We're gonna get
Nobody
on
said a
into
word. Ain't nobody
and you
saying
ain't
nothing. You
oh,
up
you
defend,
always got
you
something
up
to
to
say.
defending yourself for no reason. Ain't nobody
You always.
defending. You got one more time. One more again, as they say in the country.
I appreciate you coming in. But we
That's
got
good.
March Madness, and it was the Elite Eight, and it was a very, very elite situation. It was some really good games this weekend. First
Game.
we had
Hold on. Let's back that little comment up. You said there was really good games. I think there might have been one good game. I don't know what you're talking about. Really in the lead.
Can you let me do my thing?
Oh my gosh. Okay,
It
go ahead.
was
My
one
fault.
good game,
Well,
and I
thank
love
you.
it, and I'm giving it the most attention and the first attention. You heard? Because I am Tar Heel bled and blue. You understand? Not that blue, Tar Heel blue. But UConn, stop. You know what? You ain't worth trash. But they
Thank you,
had
Cassandra. Now, one. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go.
see, Cassandra, you know what? You fitting in really good because this is what we do. But I'm gonna need you on my team. I'm gonna need you on my team. I'm gonna need you
She already know the truth. She know you, but she's feeling me. So we get it already. Let's go.
yeah,
Let's get it.
yeah, whatever. Anywho,
Hater.
UConn 73, dude, 72. We're gonna take it back. Okay. They have a little hard time in this Elite Eight. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if Mike Krzyzewski put a curse on when he left. Was like, you will never do good without me. I don't know. Doesn't even matter. But y'all see it. What happened last year? My Houston Cougars, who are, long since gone, they put them out last year. 3-point game. Look at Coop. Looking frustrated. They always got to leave the court looking frustrated. Then again this year, and we're going to get to it, happens again. Just at the buzzer. But wait. They finally did win one. I mean, let me give you the credit before we trash you and laugh at your ass. 1990. And I mean, what is it with UConn? What is it? So what they 3 for 1-3 now? Like, what's up?
I'm fair. You went back to 1990. I don't know who. I know who. When we looking at here, remember 1990.
I do, because I was alive and kicking and almost in college. So mind your damn business.
Well, just because you old. I mean,
you was in college. You was taking senior exams. Go ahead.
Now I was in college in 1990, but that's not the point. We're not talking about me. We're talking about Duke and UConn. Now, over the last several years, even I think you go back, look, before 1990, Duke and UConn have always played very good games in this tournament. There's something about them, and this is why UConn considers themselves one of those blue bloods, because they always step up and they always beat Duke. Now, I don't know the comparisons. I don't care. That Lakeland shot back in 1990 when they beat UConn. Yeah. Nobody likes Lakeland. Everybody hates Lakeland, so we can't have that conversation. But the shot this dude did in 2026, it almost made me feel, not really, bad for Duke.
Do you want to feel bad for him again? Here you go.
Oh, no.
What you do that for? What? In the face. He didn't put his hand up. He didn't think he was going to pull it. Did he not think he was going to pull it? Did he not? Man, first off, I seen a video of his mama. Look, the mama in the street. If you could have read the words on her lips. Thank you, UConn. You had one job and you did it. Thank you.
First, again,
I'll let it go one more time for the people in the back.
I feel bad for one of those boozer boys, not because he messed the game, because that dude was crying. He reminded me of Chris Webber against North Carolina back in 90.
And he had a black eye. And he left with a black eye. Well, dang, that's rude.
Dude, one with a black eye, the other eye were red, like his mama just spanked him in front of all his classmates. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you come to school and spank it. That dude, listen, I feel bad for that. And if they blame him for this loss,
they did.
Y'all were up by 19.
Stupid.
Y'all were up by 19. How did you let them come back to get to that point? So you can't blame that. Now, it was a good game. The dude hit a lucky shot that he's going to be. That's the only thing he's going to be remembered for in the rest of his career, because he ain't going He gonna be now. He a freshman. That means he gonna be in Connecticut at least 22 more years. You know how they do. He's still gonna be there for 22 years. But what a beautiful shot! I felt bad for Duke. Not bad at all. I had to put that in perspective. Again, when we talked about the other day, we were hoping both of them would have lost. Some way that both of them would have got locked out, but it didn't happen.
Time. 0-0.
In the time, nobody goes on. But if we had to watch a game, that's a game. That's how you want to watch a game. And UConn, who your favorite coach is, I know that's your favorite coach right now. He is going into elite status. If he can win a national championship, that's like 3 in the last 5 years. That makes him the greatest coach of this generation and one of the great coaches in college basketball. So that Hurley boy, and I don't know. Listen, you can't name 3 people on this UConn squad. Can you name 3 people? No. And you watch the game. Okay, in fact, name the dude who hit the shot.
I don't know.
There you go.
But I tell you what, they in the Final Four. That's what I will say. I will have to give my hands up to UConn. I'm glad you took care of Duke for me. Thank you. But now you're going to have to be taken care of. So that's another story for another day. Saturday to be exact. But
Saturday. But congratulations to UConn. Duke, you fall in the Elite Eight for another year. But you get one of the boozers back. I mean, I know you'll get at least one of them.
But I don't understand. But before I leave here, I don't understand why they're blaming Cameron Boozer. First off, they was like, okay, he should have held the ball and got fouled. He didn't know how to handle the moment. It was like, what, 5 seconds, 3 seconds left? Are you serious? And when he got the ball in, your initial thought as a basketball player, if you get the ball in the corner, you got to get it back to the middle or they're going to trap. My personal thought was that was his just innate thought to break a press that they had been breaking for 40 minutes. So that was his first thing, is to get it back to the middle. I don't think he was avoiding a foul or anything. My biggest thing is, why did your dumbass brother try to throw a pass over the top over 2-6-7 players? Because you ever heard of a bounce pass?
Because
you get fouled. You get fouled.
You look at the other side of that court. If that ball would have got over that 6-7, there was 2 Duke dudes that were standing by themselves. The game would have been over. But all he had to do in reality,
pass to the side, anything, just anything.
In reality, the whole problem is he's a freshman. He's never been put in this situation, and he's going to learn from this, which we all do learn from mistakes, and he's going to be better. But like I said, he's going to be better without his brother. Because that first picture you put when Houston and the boys looking, you had 2 player of the years. Flag is the player of the year, and Boozer gonna be player of the year, and both will be pro next year.
And both will still not have a national championship. Thank you very much.
And neither one anybody from Duke, with all that talent Duke had. When the last time they won a national championship? In fact, it's the curse of Carolina, because the last time Duke made it to Final Four, North Carolina beat them in Krzyzewski's last game.
Well, wait on us.
So till you do good by me, nothing you do gonna work for you. Nothing.
Wait on us. We coming back. We'll be back. But up next, we did have Iowa beating. Well, I'm sorry, Iowa got their ass beat by Illinois. I've had to run around TikTok streets and admit my fault and my lack of, I'm not gonna say knowledge, but I was not encouraging Illinois by any means. So I talked a lot of trash, okay? And so I had to go and face up, and I did. But Illinois, they actually really impressed me. I don't know nobody on their squad either, but they in the Final Four.
I mean, it's a bad thing when the only person in the squad that I know is, because I knew his daddy played in the league. I knew his daddy. I don't know him. I know his daddy. So either I'm saying I'm old, or y'all have nobody that anybody know. But you know what? What y'all got is defense. What y'all got is the Final Four. What y'all got is a chance.
Exactly.
And what we're gonna have to hear now, the Big 78 got 2 teams in the scenario. But on a real note, Iowa, good run, unexpected. Illinois is a very good squad, and I'm excited to see what Illinois can do versus UConn. Now, I believe the game is going to be 21-23 at the end of it. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen. So,
yeah, it's gonna be a good one. But hello, driving and listening. Appreciate you coming in, Paul. Almost didn't bring it up because of that damn picture you got on there. So I'm gonna need you to take care of that. Appreciate you guys over there. Yeah, he netted that thing. He sure did. Thank you guys over on TikTok. Appreciate you coming in the building. I'm trying to check my platforms. What's up, Terrell? Got some folk. I am Jenny over on Instagram as well. appreciate everybody tapping in this evening. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the
Tapping in,
love.
tapping
But
in,
we're gonna check
tapping
them
in.
out on Saturday as well. Next up we had the good old Arizona. Um, if I see one more post saying that LeBron James' son took them to the Final Four,
Yes,
I'm
he
gonna throw
did.
my phone. I'm gonna throw my phone.
Fair.
Stop
Let's
it.
let's have a serious moment. He did. He got to drive the bus when they would get to the arena. He got to sit up there with the pilot when they flew in. But that's as much as he did.
Man, I'm not about to do it with you. What's up, Sean? Hold on, Terrell. I thought I was your favorite. Hey, they gonna fight over it. Let's just fight over it.
Sean, seriously, I can't even be the favorite for my only sister. Is that what we gonna do? All
Can't
right,
stand the
man.
domesticated
We gonna
situations.
we gonna take that. But what I will say is, as I said to you before this game, I took the team without the raisins versus the team and the potato salad versus the team with the raisins, and it exactly came out correct the right way. Arizona.
I took the without the raisins too.
I prefer the potato without the raisins, but it was a good game. Arizona just showed they are a superior team and handily beat Purdue in this scenario. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm excited. This Arizona team has been one of the best teams in the country all year, and they are exactly where they need to be. There's nothing else we really need to say except without the raisins. That's all you got to remember. Never go to
Without the raisins. Never
without the
go with
raisins.
raisins.
No.
What's up, Shondo? I appreciate you coming in. Ain't synced you in a while. Y'all better quit be skipping out on us. Then we had look, you knew Paul was gonna get up in here before this one right here. All right, we gonna give it about 30 seconds. Tennessee lost to Michigan 95-62.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I don't even know why Tennessee showed up. Whoever Tennessee beat in the last round should have played instead of Tennessee, because you made Michigan look like the greatest team since the Bulls of 92, 93 apparently, or whatever year it was, because Tennessee just did not show up and did not. Now, out talent, yes. Better prospect, yes. But you don't beat this team. You don't beat this team that bad. I mean, why
Not
even
in
show
the
up?
Elite Eight, for God's sake. Like, really?
Why show up to lose by what, 33? Why show up for that? You could have sat home and lose by 33. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I'm going to say congratulations to Michigan, and this young man here. I have slept on him all season, but he is a man.
He's the truth. I will give him that credit. I just can't give it to Michigan. And I'm not picking my pick right now. I'm not gonna do it. I'm going to give my pick on Saturday. I really don't know. I gotta ponder this thing. This is probably, I would say, the best Final Four that we're gonna see that we have seen in a long time. Final Four set.
Well, I don't know if the Final Four is gonna be good, but there's gonna be one semifinal that everybody in the country gonna be sitting there watching Michigan and Arizona. Now that's gonna be the championship game. Whoever wins the other side, Michigan and Arizona facing each other. That's what I'm gonna be. Everybody in the country gonna be sitting there watching that.
That could be the natty itself.
That's
but
exactly
it's not.
what it is. Anything that happens on the other side is whatever. We can say whatever on the other side, but these two teams, oh my goodness. So if you're a fan of Michigan or you're a fan of Arizona, buckle up because it's gonna be a barn burner, as they say in the country somewhere.
It's gonna be a good one. So it was great. It was gonna be a great one. So we'll see. I'm not giving my pick till Saturday. You want to get your pick? Go right ahead. But I ain't giving mine Saturday. I
ain't saying the word. We'll be having this conversation on Saturday.
On Saturday, y'all just gonna have to tap in and make sure you have to make sure you tap in. That's what I'm gonna have to say. So y'all make sure you tap in Saturday.
Well, that's if I have a voice, because you know what happens on Friday night. That's if I have a voice on Saturday. We understand.
And that is true. And that is true. So, and that's what we better get on into the women. We need to go ahead. Women's March Madness. It was an absolute great. But first up, I will start with UConn in the Elite Eight. I actually was present for this game. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what, Strong is a lot better in person. For good gracious, that girl um, is something special. They took down Notre Dame 70-52. Hidalgo wasn't a lot, but what I will say about that game is the refs played a lot. They had to play UConn plus refs. I don't care what nobody say. You can go back and look at the footage. UConn's bigs don't play fair when it comes guarding the guards out front. They're swiping from behind. Those are fouls. Any other big that would swipe it mid-court from behind on a guard is going to get caught for a foul. If Hidalgo is shooting a three and Strong is standing on her tiptoes, you're in her landing space. That is called a foul. And while she's heading, her back is going to the ground. And you called nothing. That girl got battered and bruised. The refs did not call. I will say that. Would UConn have still won even with those fouls? Probably, but I think it would have given UConn a fairer chance to even stay in the game. Those free throws would have kept them in the game. But, it is what it is. UConn gets what UConn get. But I think Gino asked Hidalgo was she old enough to go into the league, and she said that she was coming back. I want one more shot at you, and I hope she get her shot, and I hope it's somewhere I can be present.
Now, listen, she said a mouthful right there, so I ain't gonna really take too much. I'm just gonna say, number one, I was absolutely. Hey, good evening, Mom. I was absolutely jealous because you were there and you gave me an opportunity to be there, but I didn't. But you were there. But I wasn't jealous because you watched UConn. I wasn't jealous at all. There was only one reason. Mama. There was only one reason I was jealous right now.
I do understand.
Because you were the coach to Miss Ivy right there, the head coach of Notre Dame, and I've been trying the whole time to get Farrah when she was all live to get the phone number or give her my number because she needed consoling. She needed somebody to talk to.
I was yelling her name, but she was coaching.
Listen, after they lost, she needs somebody to console her. And then I know she's struggling. She lost his game. Then her son got cut by the Bulls yesterday.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that too. That was her son?
That's her son. I know that. See, I know the whole family. You see how I'm into that? You know what I'm saying?
You ain't the baby daddy, are you?
No, I ain't the baby daddy now. No.
Who the baby daddy?
No, I don't know the baby daddy. Ain't me. But what I will say is, listen, Hidalgo is a monster. If she had some talent, more talent around her, they would be better. I will also say, next year, I'm looking at the McDonald's All-American. I think I heard 2 or 3 Notre Dame players going to be there next year. So some people are coming in that she's going to teach to help get better next year. But UConn right now is a machine, and we know that. Now, we know with being a machine and you being Gino, and eventually it's going to happen on another conversation we're going to have. Certain coaches are going to get certain calls. We going to get that. We understand that scenario that you will get certain calls or don't get certain calls. We understand it. But Notre Dame did everything they could do, and UConn didn't play that well. Notre Dame still had their shot. So congratulations to UConn. Welcome to Phoenix. And Farrah, if the next time you get any closer to that Ivy woman again, and you don't get that phone number and tell her to call me or holler at a boy, we're going to have a problem. Me and you will have a problem.
What I'm going to say is get your ticket. Get your ticket. That's what I'm going to say. Get your damn ticket because I'm going to have mine. We miss it, love you. I think your mom and Sean are having a whole combo.
Not he talking about mama? First it was my sister. Now he talking about who's next, man? Who else? You ain't saying that to me yet. What up, man? I hate people. What's up?
He may know your wife number, but anywho, we had some all tournament teams, and I'm gonna say I couldn't find everybody, so don't fight me on what teams I have and who I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get paid to do this. I was working hard today. But we did have an all-tournament team loaded up with UConn.
Well, the only other person you missing from the all-tournament team is a doggo. You know that. She was the other person. But UConn, listen, strong is strong. But you mess around.
She didn't even have to work. She ain't even did nothing yet. Ain't have to.
And Bianca, good representing. But congratulations, they did what they did. They got their number 1 seed, and slid out of that region where they're supposed to do. And on a side note, I loved Gino's comments. These things that they're doing in the women's game that they're not doing in the men's game is horrible. Setting everybody up in 2 different regions. The men had 4 different regions. The women had 2.
But the women had 4 regions. And he's upset because now we condensed it to 2 because there wasn't enough people to fill the stadiums. I guess they weren't selling out 4 different regions. You might have 4 regions, 4 number ones, and now everybody's trying to follow this one, but everybody you really want to see is in another region. You can't go to all of them. So they're like, and our audience isn't as big, it's great, but we're trying to still build it. And condensing it down to 2 gave everybody an opportunity to see 8 teams opposed to just 4. So you're going to get a better turnout. You know, he was fussing about that and the timing. He was fussing about his practice time at 6:30 and media.
Here's the problem. Here's where I like 4 instead of 2. Because the amount of people you got at 2 would be the same amount you got at 4. And here's the difference. Even less. Because who in South Carolina, in that hypothetical, going to have to travel all the way to California? You could have put them in a region in Atlanta. They don't have to be in Atlanta. Regions could be in Atlanta, DC from the east. You could have Dallas in the Midwest, and then you could have.
Is that not what he's upset about? Because he wants a storage regional again, and that's what he's always been.
But that's what I'm telling you. Do not put it in Connecticut. Put it in.
Don't get mad at a home field advantage or not having it.
But put it in DC, somewhere closer to Connecticut. People can get to DC. Maybe they couldn't get to there in Fort Worth. Maybe they can't get to Sacramento. I know some did. But I'm saying I love the 4 regional format because fan bases can go see their team in that certain scenario.
I got to see 2. I got to see 2 number 1. I got to see 2 more than what I would have gotten to see at 4B. I can't go to 4 different states. That's what I'm saying. I personally like it.
And this year, what you can do is you can go to Phoenix. You can see all 4 of them. So you want to see number 1?
What's up, Mr. Best?
You can see all 4. Knock that on out right there. There you go.
I see what you're saying, but it is what it is. Gino's gonna always fuss undefeated and head into another Final Four. Shut up.
But then, anywho, my last thing. You were there, or you was in Fort Worth. Did Texas sell out that arena? And they were there. Did they sell out the arena?
I didn't even want to go. I didn't even go to that game. I didn't want to. I chose not to go to Saturday and Monday. I was not. Yeah, but I watched it. Did it. But moving on, South Carolina has went on ahead and took care. Let me change my prompt. They went ahead and took care of TCU.
I hadn't done that in a while. Welcome back. Listen.
He's a South Carolina grad, if y'all didn't know.
You can see it over my shoulders, right there over the shoulder, right in the Gamecock, right over there. But let see that? Sean know the truth. Now we talking, family. But here we go. Last night I was watching the game and South Carolina started off a little their first time all tournament that they weren't leading. The first time all tournament. But what you saw was talent. What you saw was a bench that could score. You saw a new superstar came up. It wasn't the Texans. It wasn't, the Ravens. It was big game Gotti. All of a sudden, and she played offensive. You saw her come in, and I love this team because you don't know who that person is that's going to score, who's going to be that person. So how do you guard a whole squad? You can't focus on anybody. Connecticut, you know it's going to be Fudd and Strong. You know that's going to be. You try to shut it down. Who you shut down in South Carolina? Ask TCU how to, because they had Latson down to like 4 points. She didn't do anything. Joyce still got her. Joyce got 24 and 15 or something like that. So Joyce did her thing.
She had more. She had a bad fourth quarter. I think her shooting went a little off. If she had stayed hot, man, she'd probably had like a 35-point game.
Okot didn't do much. What you saw was
they need to.
Gotti took over, and then in the fourth quarter, who can guard Tessa? Tessa started shooting again at the end of the game and started scoring. What up, JB? So what I'm going to say is this. I'm excited. Listen, the Friday workout right, I may find a ticket for Sunday. Me and Jesus gonna pop up in Phoenix on Sunday. He gonna pop out on Easter, and I'm gonna pop in. That's what I'm gonna do if the right things happen on Friday night. So
Yo, Taya. But what I will say is, speaking of Tessa actually hit her 1,000th point on that late three that she gave him. So that did hit her, drop her 1,000th point. Want to give a kudos because she had a bad game. She had a horrible shooting game. We ain't gonna hide it. It's just what it was.
And then the fourth quarter, she went off. She scored like 11 or 12 in the fourth. Her first points were in the fourth quarter, and then she scored like 11, 12 in a row. Congratulations, Tessa, 1,000 points. And a couple of days ago, we saw Raven score 1,000 points. Listen.
And we saw her score 1,000 points, and then we turned around and seen her look like this. Because who got regional MVP? Raven Johnson did. Who, me? Yes, you. Yes,
listen, growth. That's all I'm going to ever say. If you remember Raven from her freshman year when she blew out her knee and they won a national championship that year, she did blow out her knee. And then after that, from when your girl Caitlin Clark was waving her off, you saw that to what she is now. That is growth. That is work. That is Dawn Staley's favorite player.
Wore her T-shirt. Wore a T-shirt for her. The last game she did.
So Raven has shown, and Raven is making herself a top 10 pick in the WNBA. And I'm sorry, if y'all don't believe in a true point guard, then that team will never win. Your team will never win if you're a true point guard.
But the bad thing I will say is South Carolina guards, for some reason, they don't make it far in the league. Whereas Zaya Cooks, and I think the world of them. I just wonder what happens, to the guards when they get to the league. You ain't noticed that?
Now, I'm gonna say right now, the guards in the league are not superstars, but they're in the league. They're still there. They're
on 10-day contracts and not playing half the season and shit.
If we're looking for superstars, South Carolina, the big girl down low is the superstar in South Carolina. We all know that's what it is. The guards are extra players, but this is a true point guard. None of those everybody else in the game. This is a true point guard, and the value of a true point guard in this league is crazy. What I'm hoping for is her and her girl get drafted together on some squad, maybe in Portland or Toronto, and they get drafted together and get to play together in the league too. But I'm excited about her future. I'm excited. I'm excited about this team, and I'm excited about what happens on Friday against UConn. I had to say it like that.
Which is
UConn.
Which is the rematch. The rematch is happening. It's going down. I will be right here. I cannot wait. I'm trying to get through the week. I don't know what to do. It's like Christmas all over again. But Friday is the rematch from last year. It's 5-4. We're going to see how it goes.
Louis Vuitton Don versus Big Game Gino.
And the thing is now since 2001, 2021, Don is 28-3. Gino 24-4, 2-1, 6-5. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, but we can't really have that because if we take that out, we can see Gino got the other 13.
And that's why we had to go. No, that's why we had to start at 21. Ain't nobody's win stupid. We gotta find stats that work.
You know what I'm saying? But Louis Vuitton Don or Gucci or whatever she's gonna be wearing. And she had her white blazer last night with this beautiful Gamecock brooch on last night. Calm, and I love it. I love how they, like I said, she found a hot hand and they went with it. So, okay.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah, Gotti was that truth. I see the torch being handed over, and it's gonna be a good one. They're not. I would say this: South Carolina, UConn, they don't rebuild, they reload. So that's what I'll say. UCLA and Duke. Thank you, UCLA. Some people got my memo and did what they were supposed to do. What's up, Pete? What's up, Pete?
You're a hater. You a hater. You didn't go for UCLA. You just didn't want Duke to win. You didn't care if UCLA won. If they'd have played anybody else, you'd be like, whatever. But you hate Duke you had lost it that much, the head coach that much. You didn't want to do. But Duke played a very good game and had chances all during the game. UCLA was just too big for them. Too big.
They were just too big.
6, 7
Big
here,
game.
6-3 here. You know what I'm saying?
What were they supposed to do?
There's nothing you could do with that. All you can do is sit there and watch it.
Nothing. Nothing. They had their little all regionals. Well, outstanding player, of course, went to bed. And Dugalet, you do it.
That's the name.
Got
That's the
all
name.
regional.
Dugalet. Yeah.
Dugalet.
Yes. So yes.
So, I'm not a big UCLA fan, but they got a good team. But we're gonna see how it goes Friday.
We will. Yes, UCLA. Congratulate to be Duke. And who will they be playing? Who would UCLA be playing?
They will be playing the Longhorns of Texas.
Now,
the Longhorns of Texas.
Now, this is going to be a rematch from a game early in the season where Texas beat UCLA early on this year and went on to win that preseason tournament by beating South Carolina in the final by 2. So Texas and UCLA are familiar. Now, it's going to be a matter of how physical they're going to let this game get to see who wins. Because talent-wise, I think UCLA got them. But if they let Texas be physical,
this might be a wrap.
It's gonna be a wrap. If Texas get to beat people up like they usually get to beat people up, bet to be have 3,000 the first 5 minutes of the game.
That's what I was gonna say. Whoever gets in foul trouble, that's pretty much what's gonna tell on this one. So, but UCLA got a great coach, both 2 great coaches. So this one you can damn near flip a coin on. But I'm gonna hell with South Carolina on the other one. This one right here, I honestly really want Texas to win just so we can have a rematch. We need a rematch.
Yeah, we need number 4. We need that for now. We didn't pick the last game, but because who I am, I'm picking South Carolina. It's a tough pick against UConn because UConn's the best team in the nation as of right now. I'm not going to lie about it, but I hope he's going to tell me South Carolina going to do it. Now, this game is going to be interesting. I agree with you. I would love to see the rematch of that, but I also would love to see the battle of the 6-7s, UCLA versus South Carolina, and Ocott bringing Big Girl out and see what happened down low and that kind of thing. Plus Joyce versus your girl that you just named, and then the guards. So we know what the South Carolina Texas matchup is going to be. They're going to just beat each other up. That's what they're going to do. We've seen it.
But UCLA will be a whole fresh view that we'll be able to see. So we're going to see how it work out. But everyone is back-to-back. What I'll say, everyone has back-to-back. This is the same Final Four from last year, which is crazy. I think South Carolina's on their 6th Final Four appearance. I think Texas is on their 3rd. UCLA,
This is Texas 2 in a row. South Carolina at 6, and UConn is back for the 148th time. We don't even count them anymore. And UCLA is back for the 2nd time in a row too. But what I'm excited about, the matchups are different this year. Last year was South Carolina versus Texas and UConn versus UCLA. This year it's South Carolina versus reversed everything out. So the matchups can happen. Like I said, you know me, I'm SEC all the way. That's what I'm trying to do. So we'll see.
What I'll say is you tap in with us on Saturday morning. We will be talking about the winners of the games on Final Four for Friday. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about the matchups for Saturday evening for the men's Final Four. So make sure you guys have tapped in. But up next, go ahead.
I had to do it. We got it.
Hope you feel better because we don't. But we have a sit your ass down moment.
Sit your ass down.
Actually, we got 2 sit your ass down moments.
Oh Lord, not 2 of them.
We have 2 of them.
Sit your ass down.
2 sit your ass. Now the first one is women's basketball.
Okay.
Now, I think it's a sit your ass down moment because you bring in negative energy to the league, and we on our little high of being millionaires and shit. Mm-hmm. And then y'all want to come out here at the Fort Worth Regional flossing. Now, smashing your teammate X is crazy. And then look here. Now, we took this picture. Okay? She was across from us, right across it. I promise you, at one point, it's like the whole gym was fucking focused on this person in all black. And we were trying to zoom in on the camera because somebody was saying, that's Angel Reese. I'm like, why the hell would Angel Reese be here? Like, she'd be in Sacramento watching LSU lose. So, no, that's not her. And finally, we could see who it was. Of course, we could see Miss Young. And then you could tell that they were together and walked up the stairs. But she was doing mad photo ops and taking pictures with the kids. But it was already a rumor. So if you don't know, Jackie Young is teammates now in Las Vegas with the young lady in the black, her ex girlfriend. Now, when they became teammates, they were still a couple. So I don't know. It's a little whack, and then you're gonna come out at the where publicly everybody was about to be in your face. Like, were you ready? Was this y'all's coming out moment? Were y'all ready to put it out there? I'm still waiting to hear something back from Alicia. Maybe she's just like, fuck it. I knew I ain't even about to come out here with it. What you say?
Okay. Number one, y'all looking at the girl like y'all couldn't figure out it because she had that damn blonde wig on. Deja there, you like, ooh, who that? The black hair? We couldn't recognize it, and
exactly.
trying to figure out who that was. But yeah, the rumor started sometime early last week that all of a sudden Jackie and Deja are a couple, and we know Miss Smith, who's Jackie's teammate in Vegas, was dating Deja since Baylor days, since the Baylor days. That kind of thing. So all of a sudden, the rumor then pop up at the tournament, and I saw it on television as Farrah was there live, and I'm like, why is she there? She ain't got no connection with Notre Dame. She had no connection with Connecticut. She played in the WNBA in Connecticut, but that's not a college connection. So I was trying to figure out. Then I was like, oh yeah, there's a rumor that her and Jackie are dating, but Lisa Smith and Jackie's. Why? And you gonna put so I'd ask no questions. I just appreciate the all black with it's all the way down to this curve of her booty and the outfit.
Yeah, I appreciated it all that day. We all did. The whole damn stadium did. We was all zoomed in on that camera.
Look at the dude in the green. Look at the picture. Look at the dude in the green.
I think that was her bodyguard. Honestly, I think that was because he was following him around.
I don't care what that is, but that dude looking, and then that dude right there at the top looked like he was trying to look at his phone, but he looking down, trying to see what's going on right there. Come on, man.
Well, we don't need this kind of stuff in the league right now, but it's some good banter. Not good banter, but we don't need this shit. But hey, yo, I'm trying to execute couple. That's all I'll say.
We gonna see what happens. I think Ness is a free agent, so she may not.
Yeah, because training camp is gonna be bad. Training camp is not gonna be good.
Yeah, they're gonna have to have that. We need to sit down moment. We go, like that. So
and let's see for our next sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down.
Is I did not know that this was Miss Ivy's son. Chicago Bulls heavyweight guard Jaden Ivey after his recent anti-LGBTQ comments amid several Instagram live videos speaking on religion. Now, since you said that, that takes me back to Miss Olivia Miles and Hidalgo playing at Notre Dame. And when Miles chose to leave, it was a lot of rumors that it was a lot of stuff going on because she was dating another girl on the team. And they didn't like that. Now, they think they left the coach out of it. At that time, it was more of Hidalgo spoke out against LGBTQ community. And so she chose to leave. So now you're telling me the son of the coach. So where is this influence coming from? Is this something that is even more than just your teammates? Was she being hounded by her coach as well? Now, I know Miss Ivy's beautiful, but everybody got their opinion. And if her son is this riled up, I'm not going to say that's what she believes, but sometimes, the fruit don't fall far. So that's a little ironic that we had that situation at Notre Dame, and she didn't speak out too much about it, lost a whole player, the Big 12 player of the year, I might add now. That.
Now, I'm not going to speak about some of my mama first, but I can agree that, there may have been some rumors that this was happening and that's why the young lady transferred to TCU, and how she's staying close to Hidalgo because Hidalgo is very religious, very God first, which is 100% first. I mean, great for them. And maybe that's how she stands. From his point, I think that's how he stands too. I'm not going to speak for him, and I'm not going to put the foot in the fire with this. That's how he may stand, and maybe it's a religious type thing. Now I don't remember who the daddy was in this scenario. It's not me. I don't know who the daddy was in this scenario, so I don't know that influence. So that influence might be mama, might be grandmama. Life
May
can
not be either.
change. May not be, may not be either. But he's a grown ass man, and you open your mouth. Now you have the right to say whatever you want to say, but now you out the league.
But you know what? I know my thing is should he be out the league? Because I go back and I look and I see there's somebody who played for the Hornets that is that's up for assault, battery on wife and child and the kid,
Oh
and
yeah,
he's been
Miles
suspended.
Bridges.
So you're gonna kick him out the league for his feelings, how he feels, his freedom of speech. Whether I believe, whether I agree with him or his antics, and I didn't even read his tweets. They said he went on a whole rant, but it's still a freedom of speech. How and I get it. Maybe the league, the Bulls don't believe in that. It was against what they feel like. But for him to lose his entire career or his job at this organization, and someone else can then batter their wife and they just get suspended. I'm not understanding where we at in this world.
Here's the scenario. He ain't out the league. He just ain't got no job. Maybe
Yeah,
nobody
I
else
mean
will
not
sign.
absolutely, but how do you lose your job? Like literally, he lost his job over something he said. But oh boy, can do what he wants to his wife and kids, and he's just suspended a couple games.
Well, he did that, but he also charges were dropped or something was happening over there that cleared him up. And like I said, this is dude's opinion. Chicago separated himself from his opinion. That's all they did. There are 30 other, whatever amount of other teams that can sign this dude, and this dude was a top 5 draft pick.
Right.
So, you know, what you do right now, take a step back, go hang out with your mama, because she ain't doing that right now either during the Final Four. Y'all go and y'all sit there and see what the next step is. And if you're confused about it, tell your mama to call me, and we can have more conversations about it. That's all. I'm here for y'all.
You know what? And moving right on along.
And so, as Farrah told saying about you, she just said it about me. Torrance, sit your ass down somewhere. I got it.
Down. Sit your ass down. But about to get you guys up out of here. But NBA real quick. We're gonna sprinkle a day.
Sprinkle me.
Keeps the NBA away. So in the NBA, we have our standings now. Honestly, I've been so engulfed in March Madness. I definitely ain't watched yet. I've seen where Luka's dropped 50 and whatever. But I see it. I don't really see too much of any moves. But go right ahead.
Well, same things from the last time we talked. Detroit's still in first. Boston's coming in there playing. New York still hanging on for third. Cleveland, Toronto, Atlanta, Philly, Orlando, Miami, and the Hornets have fell down. They lost a couple of games, but they lost games to Detroit and Boston. They weren't losing to the people they were.
Top of the league. Yeah.
So don't let that fool ya. Don't let it fool ya. The Hornets will be back and playing well. Now, let's go west, young man. Let's go west. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Oklahoma City, San Antonio, those mighty Lakers who won last night against, I'm not even going to talk about it. One of your favorite teams, the Washington Wizards, last night. They beat them without Luka because Luka was suspended for his 16th technical foul. So he was out. So he was out. Denver.
Misplaced anger.
Listen.
Because his wife taking all his money. But go ahead.
It's Nico Harrison. That's what it is. He's mad at Nico. He wanted to be in Dallas. Okay, Denver, Minnesota, the Houston Rockets, Phoenix. Those Clippers are still sitting there. Portland and Golden State. Nothing has changed. Just keep an eye out for the matchup coming soon.
We shall see. We shall see. So playoffs. After that, playoffs pretty much the same. I don't see much difference in what we did before last week. This weekend, not too much. Same playing games. But it does start on the 18th. So we're right around the corners after this weekend. I'm sure we're about to tap in, fall in, dig in, all of that, and see what is going on with your favorite squad. But we have a couple games on this evening. If you are into NBA and want to check them out this evening, because ain't much left on. So might as well go ahead. What
Well,
we got tonight?
well, tonight we have the New York Knicks versus the Houston Rockets at 8, and then followed up by the Portland Trailblazers and those mighty Clippers of Los Angeles. At 7, we have Phoenix versus Orlando. The Hornets get those Brooklyn. They still got a team in Brooklyn? Oh my God. All right, then we got Dallas versus Milwaukee, the battle of why are we gonna watch that one? Toronto versus the mighty Pistons, and finally the best game of the night. The Cleveland Cavs against LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers. The final time, unless they both make a championship run, that LeBron will play against Cleveland in the Laker uniform at least this year. We'll be back next year.
Yeah, whatever. And I guess Luka can play tonight. He
already did his Luka will be back. He just needed a day off, and then of course they gave it to him against the Wizards and not against Cleveland. You know, you have to pay attention to that.
Okay, I feel you. But make sure you check them out. Now I will say, like I did, we do have. Oh, there was one more thing I forgot. We did have some Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers.
Let me get that back up. So, Mr. Stoudemire, Miss Parker, Miss Deladon, and Doc Rivers are being inducted into the Naismith Basketball 2026 Hall of Fame class.
Hey, Miss Parker. Oh, we never watched Friday. Hey, Miss Parker.
So definitely had to give them a shout out. Make sure I get them their kudos. I'm sure we'll talk more about them as we get closer to the induction, whenever the hell that is.
Well, congratulations to all of those wonderful players and coaches. Now, I'm gonna tell you one thing: if I do look at the ceremony, I'm not gonna watch Doc Rivers because it sounds like he had a horse in his throat every time he talk. I don't listen to. Sound like he's choking on something. So, but congratulations to everyone who makes the Hall of Fame. Much better than I can be.
Definitely congrats. But before we do get out of here, I did have the pleasure of going to the Fort Worth Regionals. It was awesome. Went to the Sweet 16, went to the Elite 8 game. So I did want to bring out a couple pictures, not many, but I do have a few pictures from March Madness. I was super excited. So now I've been to a national championship here in Dallas. I watched when LSU beat Caitlin Clark, took care of them. With Angel Reese. And now I've been to Sweet 16 and Elite 8. So it don't get no better than that. But definitely had a great time. TT should have been there. I met this crazy lady and her husband. They sat beside us. Had awesome seats right there at the entrance of where UConn was coming in at. So I was able to just, reach out and touch somebody. But 94 to now. So that paper was long. Okay, they had it rolled up, dropped that shit. So it was crazy. Rolled it up, but definitely met some really cool people. As you can see, great seats. Got to pretty much see it all. I did get to see all the banter with the WNBA players. They were all in there. Of course, I had to rep my Tar Heels. I was the only Tar Heel fan in the corner. If you watched the game, you may have saw me because I was cutting the damn food and that camera was on me quite a bit because I was the only one, literally. If anybody got any clips or saw me or think you did, let me know. But Tar Heels, they called a big L, but we represented, and I was up in there, full blue, okay, with my Jordans on.
Why you didn't have your Charlotte Smith sweatshirt on? Why you had your Charlotte Smith shirt? It's Texas. It's always hot, so I get it. I get it.
No, I'm gonna get my Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my Charlotte Smith on. I might even rock that Saturday on the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna rock my Charlotte Smith shirt. She sent me my sweater. But then we came on back. Notre Dame, UConn, great game. Got some of the best shots over here. And I definitely, one of the best shots is I actually met some really awesome people. Two of them, the two ladies on the side, I actually knew them from some photo booth events I've done. And they be at, it was like, how do y'all sit right there by it? So definitely met some great friends. I believe that one there in the picture, that maybe Cassandra that was on. So it was the absolute greatest meeting you guys. Had an awesome time in Fort Worth. They did a great job at the Final Four. So just wanted to share some of my highlights and how much fun I had at the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 that Torrance could have went to, but chose not to.
Yeah, because South Carolina wasn't there. I mean, that's the only reason.
I mean, I was mad about it too, but I got over it and bought my damn ticket. So
Yeah, well,
that's on you.
you got to see your Carolina team. I wouldn't have been able to see mine, so there's a difference.
Sorry, this is how I roll. But what shout out you got for the people?
Shout out to everyone who popped in the podcast, people who hadn't been here in a while, people who've been here. We appreciate everything that you do, everything you support us, all that thing. Shout out to just everybody today. I mean, you know what? I'm in a good mood to shout out everybody today. And anybody who's going through something, I hope we light your load for a few minutes. And if you're not going through something, I hope you just laughed at us because I laugh at Farrah all the time. So I mean, we're just gonna make sure. And listen, support our take on these battles that they happen. If you see on TikTok, it's her talking all the time. I'm coming back. I'm coming through. I'm gonna start getting my thing going on so you can see the both sides and maybe we battle each other and see what happens. That'll be an interesting battle one day. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
look at you. Look at you. You froze when saying that. You couldn't even get it complete. You froze with that after because we know the truth. All right, then. Who you got to shout out with, man?
Shout out to everybody. I appreciate everybody that stopped in. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok, my No Shade family. I see y'all in the building rolling it up. Always running it up. All my new friends that I met at the Elite Eight and just everything. Hopefully we gonna all get together and get to the Final Four. TT, I'll tell you about it later. But yeah, we're trying to do this. So, but just appreciate everybody coming out and always supporting us and tapping in with us. But don't forget, Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central. Tap in, be here. But y'all watch these games this week. But that's all I got. That's all we got. But y'all make sure y'all have a great rest of your week. And as always, we up out of here. Peace.